Hello. So, some of you were asking about kind of the basics behind Cronometer. My original video, I'd kind of gone through and just shown you some of the key features. So, I wanted to get started here with you. So, when you click on more, and then we want to click on targets, we want to create your macro and energy targets, your weight goal, all of that. So, let's just go through here. So, I'm going to put my current weight, 66, and then 160 would be an ideal for me. I'm going to keep that there. And then you can choose the rate in which you want to lose weight. The slower you lose the weight, the easier it's going to be to maintain, and the lot easier sustainability it's going to be. So I'm actually going to make it half a pound. Energy target, and then save. And then, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. And then those macros and energy targets, it's going to put in here. So my protein, ratios, carbs, fats. And this is going to break it down based on the goal, on my current weight, my height, and all of that information. And you can show the breakdown. It literally is going to give you all of this, which is really cool. So when you set up the app, that typically walked you through that step. But let's go in and let's start adding some foods. So you have your diary. Water is super easy to add. You're just going to click this plus sign, and those are 8-ounce glasses. So just click them. If you push minus, you get rid of them. You can also go add custom and say, well, I had a 24-ounce water bottle, and then I have my 32-ounce water bottle, and you can add your water in that way. Up here at the top, we've got energy, protein, net carbs, and food and fat. If you swipe, you can actually change these highlighted nutrients. These are the ones that I have chosen because in my mind, the two most important ones that I like to see for myself are the added sugar. I like to see how much added sugar I'm having in my diet, as well as my fiber. The other ones were just the ones that they had auto-populated. And then if you want to see your nutrition score, you have to upgrade to gold, and I don't do that. You can also click on highlighted nutritions and you can see a little bit more detail in there. But then we're going to come down and we've got uncategorized, which you can click this little caret up and down to hide or go up. The reason it shows my weight is because I just added it today. Then it shows my water. So then I'm going to come into breakfast. I'm going to click the plus sign and I'm going to say add food. So I had egg whites and so you want to make sure I had 170 and you push save. And then I had eggs and I had 2 of them. And then I had potatoes. And I want to see how they say baked versus raw. You want to make sure they are cooked because food actually weighs differently based on it being cooked or not. So I had 150 grams there. And how I know that it's grams or ounces is I have a scale. And typically on your scales, you can change your units. So I could do everything in ounces, everything in grams. If for some reason when I click in here, it doesn't give me the option for that, I just go into Google or into ChatGPT and I have it convert it. So if let's say I have 150 grams of potatoes, but it doesn't have grams as a unit option, I just have it convert it to ounces if ounces is the only. So I had some onions, I had 4 grams of that, and I'm literally logging everything. 10 grams there. And then let's see what else we had. So we had eggs, egg whites, potato white, spinach. And raw is when I weighed it because that's when I did that. And we had 36. Yep, 36 grams. And see where I click down on the serving size? You can do ounces, leaf, grams and ounces are going to be your most accurate. Save that. And then did I have anything else? Oh, yes, I had the Taste Flavor Co. barbecue. This stuff is so good. If you've never had this is the best sauce ever. Cherry smoked, and I had 2 tablespoons saved. So now I'm going to see how it says in the bottom left, review items. Add to diary. I'm going to just review items, make sure, yep, that looks good, that looks good, add to diary. So now what it's done is it says I'm at 17% of my fiber. This is what happens when you have the free version. If you do get these ads, and I'm going to show you a couple other cool features about this close. So here's my breakfast. I can see that so far what I've had is I've had 411.8 calories, 36.2 grams of protein, 34.2 grams of net carbs, and 11.3 grams of fat. I still have on this far right, it tells me how many calories, how many grams, all of that. And I can toggle up here on the top right where it says remaining. I can toggle that to just say consumed. I like to see the remaining. So then one of the tricks here is when you are tracking one, you want to use your food scale. If you don't have a food scale and you're starting from the bare minimum, use measuring cups, tablespoons. Get as specific as possible. Ounces and grams is going to give you the most specific though. So as you are going through, so you've got all this, and then you can click on, you can also use this plus button and it can say you can add food. The thing with this though is let's say I click on carrots raw. It's going to default to a certain meal. So if it's not that meal, you need to change it. Make sure to add that. To upgrade, to put a timestamp in, you have to upgrade. The other cool thing is you can scan food. So let me move to my kitchen so I can scan something for you guys, just so you can kind of see exactly what this looks like. Let's go, I don't know, let's go peanut butter. Let's allow. So scan, and now it scans and it's the exact food. So if I were to look at this, so it's defaulting to 100 grams and it's going to say it's 563 is what it's showing you, and a lot of fat. So I'm going to go 2 tablespoons because that is what a serving is when you look at the nutrition. I had one of those and we're going to put that in as a snack and then add to diary. You can also add notes. So for instance, if you're like, had some drinks last night, feeling really snacky, sucky, depends on how much you drank. Or you could say, it's my time of the month, craving chocolate. So you can give yourself notes and stuff. So then when I save it, see how I have some notes in here? And you can put that in each meal. You can say, this food tastes really good. They have this feature and people have been telling me that it's pretty accurate, but if you upgrade to gold, you can actually take a picture of your meal in front of you and it will give you an estimate about how much is in it. Voice log is the same way. So if you want to just talk into it, you can add your exercise. I don't usually add my exercise. New fast. So some people are into fasting and you can actually there's a fasting feature. You can look into that. Biometrics, this is where you can browse all. So if you have your labs, you can add all your lab work in. You can add your sleep score, sleep, mood, cardio, things like that. And then let's see. Those are really the basics. And then if you discover, you can look at your charts. So it will give you a breakdown. You can get a report here. But really keep it simple. Keep it simple, log your food, measure it, have an idea of what's actually going in your body. You can look at how much protein you've consumed. The other really cool part about this is, see when I was telling you your fiber, I can click on fiber and then it will tell me what are the things that gave me the most fiber for this meal. So I can say, well, potatoes gave me the most, and then it was the peanut butter, then it was the spinach, the peppers, the onion. So let me know what questions you have. Drop them in the comments. I hope this was helpful.